Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to hook up the fretboard in the key of C. I'm going to utilize the 2-5 chord progression in this key, which is D minor 7 to G7, but I'm going to jazz it up a little bit and make it D minor 9 to a G13. And it goes something like this. One, one, two, three, four. So I just pretty much actually hooked it up just with the scales going up the neck, and you should learn how to do that going down the neck. But I wanted to show you that you can um, improvise through these forms as your desire, as your heart tells you to go, as your ear tells you to go once you've mastered them. And they give you a foundation, a grounding in how the skeleton of the fretboard, the body of the fretboard, is laid out. So let me just explain a little bit about what's happening here. So you have 7 forms, a form for every note in the scale, a 7-note scale, 7 forms. So form 1 is off the first note of the scale. Form 2 is off the second. Form 3 is off the third note of the scale, and so forth. Now, rather than going into a long dissertation about each one of those, which would be completely boring, and you go, whiff, you'd be gone. So you can go check out my website, peterlerner.com, and it goes over the minutia, the specifics of it. But fundamentally, this is the most important point that I want to make. So the lowest fretted note on the guitar is an F. The second lowest fretted note is an F sharp or a G flat. Okay? So you can move the forms anywhere on the fretboard, and form 1 is always going to be off the first note of a major scale. So if I play it off of F, it'll be F major. If I play it off of A, it'll be A major. So why that's important is it gives you the grounding as to where you start in hooking up the fretboard. And what I mean by that is that there's an F or an F sharp in any key. Okay, so in the key of F, it's 1. It's the first degree of the scale. In the key of C, it's 4. C, D, E, F. 4. It's the fourth note of the scale. Ergo, you start on the fourth form, fourth note of the scale, form 4. And then that goes all the way up the neck, and it follows in sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 is followed by 5, is followed by 6, is followed by 7, 8, not 8. There is no 8. I'm sorry. 7, and then you start over again at 1. So in the key of C, I have form 4 off F, form 5 off G, form 6 off A, form 7 off B, and then form 1 off C. And the whole thing starts over again. Okay? So once again, I'm going to play these forms a little bit slower now up the neck and down the neck. So form 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's pretty much, I've gone the octave there. So that is the basis upon which I build all my improvisations. And it's something I've been doing, making a living at for the past 40 years. Mm-hmm. That's a long time. So we'll do that in one more key.